Hello, dear viewers, and a very warm welcome back to our channel. It's always a pleasure to have you join us as we navigate the often complex and ever-evolving narrative of the royal family. Today, we find ourselves once again turning our attention to the poignant and deeply intricate situation concerning Prince Harry, the Duke of Sussex, and his ongoing and, sadly, seemingly widening estrangement from the heart of the British monarchy. The latest developments, punctuated by an emotional public statement from the prince himself, suggest that the path to reconciliation, if one even exists, is fraught with more obstacles than ever. We'll be exploring his recent words, the reaction from royal commentators, and what this all might signify for the future. Before we delve into the heart of this unfolding story, if you find our discussions and royal updates insightful, please do take a moment to like this video and subscribe to our channel. And don't forget to click that notification bell so you never miss out on our latest content. Your support truly means the world to us and helps us continue bringing you these detailed explorations. The saga of Prince Harry and his journey since stepping back from frontline royal duties in 2020 has been one of constant headlines and, for many, a source of considerable sadness. The decision by the Duke and Duchess of Sussex to relocate to the United States and forge a new life away from the direct obligations of the crown was a seismic event, and its aftershocks continue to reverberate. This move, aimed at achieving financial independence and escaping what they described as unbearable media intrusion, has unfortunately led to a period of strained and, at times, publicly fractured relationships with senior members of the royal family, most notably his father, King Charles III, and his brother Prince William, the Prince of Wales. In recent times, the Duke of Sussex has once again found himself at the center of public discourse, particularly following the unfortunate outcome of his legal challenge concerning government-funded security arrangements for himself and his family when they are in the United Kingdom. Having relinquished his role as a working royal, the established protocols meant his automatic, taxpayer-funded police protection was altered. His appeal to have this decision judicially reviewed was ultimately unsuccessful, a development that has undoubtedly added another layer of complexity to his personal circumstances and, it would appear, his feelings towards the institutional structures he has left behind. It is in the shadow of such events that his recent public utterances must be viewed. A recent interview, reportedly with the BBC, has become a focal point for understanding Prince Harry's current mindset and the state of his familial ties. While the prince expressed a desire for reconciliation, some of his accompanying remarks have been interpreted by observers as indicative of lingering grievances, suggesting that the wounds are far from healed and that certain resentments may still be held quite firmly, particularly towards some of his relatives. In a statement that was both heartfelt and, for many, somewhat perplexing, Prince Harry conveyed a deep yearning for familial harmony. He was quoted as saying, and I want to share his exact words with you, "I would love reconciliation with my family. There's no point in continuing to fight anymore." And I said, life is precious. I don't know how much longer my father has. He won't speak to me because of this security stuff. Now, let's take a moment to carefully consider these words. On the surface, "I would love reconciliation with my family. There's no point in continuing to fight anymore," sounds like a clear olive branch, a weary plea from a son and brother who wishes for an end to the conflict. The acknowledgement that life is precious and the poignant, perhaps unsettling reference to his father's mortality, "I don't know how much longer my father has," certainly pulls at the heartstrings. It speaks to a universal human experience, the desire to mend fences before time runs out, especially with an aging parent. However, the concluding part of his statement, "He won't speak to me because of this security stuff," introduces a jarring note. While expressing a wish for reconciliation, Prince Harry also appears to be assigning a specific reason for the current lack of communication with King Charles, directly linking it to the very security arrangements he recently lost his legal battle over. This has led some commentators to suggest that, despite the overture, there's an undercurrent of accusation, or at the very least, a public airing of what he perceives to be the king's intransigence on a matter Harry clearly feels is critical. It presents a rather complicated picture, a plea for peace, yet one that simultaneously highlights a point of significant contention and implicitly places the onus for the communication breakdown, in this instance, on his father. This duality makes the prospect of an easy resolution seem even more distant. It suggests that while Harry may desire an end to the fighting, His definition of peace might still involve concessions or understandings from the royal family that may not be forthcoming, particularly on sensitive issues like security. From the perspective of Buckingham Palace and the wider royal family, the situation is undoubtedly one of immense delicacy. King Charles III, now monarch, faces the formidable challenge of balancing his role as a father with his duties as head of state and the guardian of the monarchy's enduring stability. There are reports suggesting that His Majesty may be inclined towards forgiveness, perhaps driven by a paternal desire to heal the rifts within his own family. Indeed, a monarch who presides over a visibly united family arguably strengthens the institution itself. Some royal experts believe that King Charles might well prioritize the mending of these familial bonds, recognizing that a harmonious family front is beneficial for the monarchy's image and long-term health. Protecting the institution is paramount, and a reconciled family could be seen as a significant step in that direction. However, the path to such a reconciliation is far from straightforward, particularly when considering the relationship between Prince Harry and his elder brother, Prince William. The bond between these two brothers, once seemingly unbreakable, and a source of comfort to many following the tragic loss of their mother, Diana, Princess of Wales, has been subjected to immense strain. Royal commentators and those with insight into palace dynamics frequently suggest that Prince William's sense of hurt and betrayal runs exceptionally deep. The Prince of Wales, as the direct heir to the throne, has a profound investment in the integrity and reputation of the crown. The very public nature of Prince Harry's grievances, especially the detailed revelations and accusations made in high-profile interviews and, most notably, in his tell-all memoir, Spare, are believed to have inflicted significant damage. Spare, in particular, contained passages that were reportedly deeply painful for Prince William. Allegations of a physical altercation between the brothers, coupled with descriptions of private family moments, and unflattering portrayals of other royal family members, including his wife, Catherine, Princess of Wales, are thought to have created a chasm of mistrust that will be incredibly difficult to bridge. For William, who is preparing for his future role as king, these public disclosures are not just personal attacks, but are also perceived as actions that could potentially undermine the monarchy itself. Consequently, the prevailing sentiment among many royal experts and historians is that the future monarch, Prince William, may find it almost impossible to ever fully trust his younger brother again. The wounds are not merely superficial, they touch upon fundamental issues of loyalty, discretion, and respect for the institution. Some of the more startling, and it must be said currently unconfirmed, speculations from these circles even suggest that Prince William is allegedly contemplating a future where, during his reign, he might take the drastic step of formally stripping the Duke and Duchess of Sussex of their royal titles. Such a move would be a profound statement, signaling a complete and perhaps irrevocable severance. While this remains in the realm of expert prediction and alleged plans, the very fact that such possibilities are being discussed underscores the severity of the current estrangement. The core issue, then, seems to be a profound and mutual mistrust between the two brothers. From Prince William's vantage point, there's been a breach of family confidence on an unprecedented scale. From Prince Harry's perspective, as articulated in his public statements, there may be feelings of not being heard or adequately supported, leading to his decision to voice his experiences openly. This deep-seated mistrust forms a formidable barrier, suggesting that any journey towards genuine healing will inevitably be a protracted and arduous one, requiring immense effort and a willingness to compromise from all sides. A willingness that, at present, appears to be in short supply. Adding another dimension to this complex family dynamic are the recent actions and strategic decisions of Prince Harry and Meghan, the Duchess of Sussex themselves. Observations from their activities in the United States suggest that they too may not be prioritizing an immediate mending of fences with the royal family. Their focus appears to be firmly on building their independent brand, developing their Archewell Foundation and Archewell Productions, and pursuing various media and commercial ventures. Recent initiatives, such as the launch of new websites and continued production of content, indicate a clear trajectory towards establishing their own sphere of influence, separate and distinct from the traditional royal path. While perfectly understandable from their perspective of seeking self-sufficiency, these moves also subtly signal a continued commitment to the independent life they have chosen. a life that, by its very nature, creates distance from the institution they stepped away from. There is little public indication from their camp of any urgent desire to return to the royal fold, or to make the kind of conciliatory gestures that might pave the way for a swift reconciliation. So, what are the broader implications of this ongoing situation? For the monarchy, the continued public narrative of family discord is undoubtedly an unwelcome distraction and, for some, a source of concern regarding its image in the 21st century. It raises questions about its ability to adapt and manage internal challenges in an era of intense media scrutiny. For the public, particularly those who have followed the royal family for decades, there's a palpable sense of sadness at witnessing such a profound and public unraveling of family ties. It's a reminder that even within families accustomed to the grandeur and responsibilities of royalty, the fundamental human emotions of hurt, misunderstanding, and estrangement can play out with painful consequences. This enduring rift highlights the immense challenge of reconciling deeply personal feelings with the immense pressures of public duty and institutional expectation. The path forward, if one is to be found that leads to genuine reconciliation, will require more than just words. It will demand tangible actions, a willingness to listen, and perhaps a degree of forgiveness that currently seems elusive. In summary, Prince Harry's recent statements, expressing a desire for reconciliation while simultaneously highlighting ongoing points of friction, paint a picture of a man still grappling with his past and his place in relation to his family. While King Charles may harbor hopes of paternal forgiveness and institutional unity, the deep-seated mistrust, particularly with Prince William, who is focused on the future of the crown, presents a formidable obstacle. And with the Duke and Duchess of Sussex appearing to forge ahead decisively with their independent lives in America, the prospects for a swift healing of this familial wound seem, regrettably, quite slim. This situation certainly gives us much to reflect upon regarding the complexities of family, duty, and the intense spotlight that shines upon those born into such extraordinary circumstances. The coming months will undoubtedly be watched closely for any signs of a thaw, or indeed a further hardening of positions. We would be very interested to hear your thoughts on this deeply sensitive and ongoing matter. Do you believe reconciliation between Prince Harry and the royal family is still possible? What steps do you think would need to be taken, and by whom, to bridge this divide? Please do share your perspectives respectfully in the comments section below. We always value hearing from you, and as always, if you found this discussion informative, please don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, subscribe to our channel for more royal news and analysis, and be sure to hit that notification bell so you're always updated. We look forward to welcoming you back for our next royal update. Thank you so much for watching and for your continued support. Until next time, take care.